Welcome to another edition of our Realtor Rapid Fire, our 5-minute interview series where we interview agents that are doing extremely well in the industry on what they're doing that separates them and how they're finding success. I'm Ken Jordan with Princeton Mortgage, and with me today is Jessica Mudrick with Coldwell Banker. Jessica, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I can't wait to hear the answers to some of these questions. Now, what you may or may not know is we ask these questions of multiple agents, and I'm always pleased with the varied answers that we get. And I'm sure that your insights for our other agents watching is going to be terrific today. So with that, should we get right into it?
Yep, let's go. Thanks
All
for
right,
having me.
cool. So one of the questions that we've been asking agents is not necessarily like, what are you doing? But what are you not doing? What are you saying no to? And the first question is, what's something that you're not doing that you decided not to do this year? And how is that working out with your business?
Yeah. It's hard, I think, as an agent to kind of let go of some of these things. But I will say this year I've really leaned into our office has this thing called listing concierge, which helps us to schedule photos and videos, and they do all of our just sold, just listed, just sold postcards, flyers for open houses, individual property websites. So I was using it previously, but I've definitely leaned into using it more, and having a system in place so that I am able to utilize that product a lot more quickly and easily. And in addition to that, I also felt like social media was just taking over my life. Like it took me sometimes hours to get like the right song, the right hashtags, the right whatever. And I just don't have time for that right now. So I hired my 22-year-old college graduate daughter, shout out to Liv. He lives 6 time zones ahead of us, actually. So when I wake up in the morning, I have prepped and ready TikTok and Instagram captions that she's tagged the appropriate people, hashtagged it correctly. I still have to make a few tweaks here and there so it sounds a little bit more like me, but having lived with me for about 19 years of her life, she really has
She knows.
figured out my voice. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. So the thing that you're not doing is everything yourself, right?
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
that's awesome. I'm glad that's working out for you. And who knows, maybe Liv will pick up a client or two from this.
That's how I
Never
hope. I
know.
hope so. Yeah.
Question number two. When you're introducing yourself, when you meet a new client or even another agent that you're going to be working with, what's one thing that you want them to immediately feel or know about what it's going to be like to work with you?
Right. So I think the first thing I want people to feel is comfortable. I think that all transactions, all working relationships are going to work out a lot better if people are comfortable with each other. Especially when it comes to like a buyer or a seller, like this is potentially their largest purchase they've ever made, the largest amount of money that they're going to receive from selling their home. They need to be comfortable with me. And the other piece would, to the flip side of that, to be comfortable, I think they have to feel that I'm competent in everything that I'm doing. So you
Yeah.
have to, listen to people as what they're saying, ask appropriate questions, and make sure that they understand the process so that they know what's coming next, and there's not a, oh, surprise, and then they feel like maybe they've been blindsided by something. So I would definitely say comfortable and confident. I don't was I only supposed to give one answer?
No, that's perfect. And I'll tell you what, it's what resonates with me too is that, a lot of agents, the bad transactions, the hard transactions, the stressful ones that's when the two agents are not cooperating and looking out for
Great.
their clients, but also making sure that what's your goal? Your goal is for your client to sell their house or buy their house. And, obviously, serve them in the best way possible. And the other person has that job to do too, but it doesn't have to be a confrontation. Right?
Right,
It
and I
doesn't
would
have to
agree. It's
be.
sometimes it's like this, like you feel like you have to win and the other person has
Yeah,
to lose, but that doesn't have to happen. Everybody can win. Everybody can be
yeah,
comfortable in the transaction as well.
I agree.
Yep.
All right, my favorite question. If your real estate business had a theme song that played every time you showed a house, what would it be and why?
So to be appropriate, first of all, I do love a little 90s rap, so sometimes that's probably not my best choice. But I'm gonna kick it old school and say Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. But
Okay.
hopefully every
Here
time we
comes the
open
sun.
that
So you're
door, it's
walking
like
in
a
to show a
sunny
house and you're
day.
You got Here Comes the Sun played in the background.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I think
like it. Now,
that's a good
why'd you
one.
pick that song?
It's a nice chill song, it doesn't get anybody too riled up, everybody knows the words,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a positive song too, it's, like, comfortable, people like it.
Yeah. It's about a new day, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah,
I
so
love
I
it.
love it.
Well, thank you very much for hanging out with us today. This was awesome. I can't wait to have you on again. And for those of you out there that are looking, Jess is open with her knowledge and her experience. And I'm sure if you have a question, she'd be happy to answer it. Right.
Absolutely.
All
Thanks for
right.
having me.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, you too.